Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the third One Journey Symposium by African Curator and Partners. African Curator has been in existence for about 3 years now. And we include myself, Akindele Decker, Adrienne Lebo, and Barbara Morgan. In our 3 years, we have published 2 sets of books on icons of Sierra Leone, so far showcasing a total of 40 Sierra Leone icons, everywhere from the 1600s and up. We have held exhibits at the Sierra Leone National Museum, the Freetown City Council, and a Make Sierra Leone Famous event in Washington, D.C. We have also installed a historical marker at the Historic Zion Methodist Church in Freetown, one of the oldest, if not the oldest church in Freetown. We have been hosting this virtual One Journey Symposium with several partners, particularly Famboutique, a heritage company that has done quite a bit of work with the Gullah community in South Carolina and Georgia. The One Journey Symposium is a series of global dialogues among people of African descent in Africa and in the African diaspora, whose journeys collectively reflect the Black historical experience. This year has been a very historic year for Sierra Leone. It marks the 230th anniversary of the establishment of the Freetown settlement in March 1792 by a group of about 1,100 Black settlers from America and Canada. We held our first One Journey Symposium in March, which is the green flyer that you can see on the left. And this was to commemorate the anniversary of the arrival of the Black settlers from Canada and America. In May, we had our second One Journey Symposium to commemorate the anniversary of the arrival of the Black Poor from London, who actually created the first free Black settlement in Freetown called the Province of Freedom. We were joined by speakers in London, Maryland, and other places. Today, our third One Journey Symposium marks the arrival 222 years ago of about 500 Jamaican Maroons who arrived in Freetown in 1800, less than 10 years after the Black settlers arrived from America and Canada. After the Jamaicans arrived, they settled in a town they called Maroon Town. And a few years later, they built a Methodist church called St. John Maroon Church. Today, we are joined by a fascinating set of speakers in Jamaica, the town the Maroons came from, and also in Freetown, a representative from the Maroon Church. We do hope that this dialogue today contributes to the larger dialogue we have been having this year that reflects the same shared journey we have all been on. Whether we are a people of Sierra Leone, Jamaica, South Carolina, Nova Scotia, Barbados, London, and all around the Atlantic Ocean. Again, I welcome all. And like everyone today, I am really looking forward to learning and understanding who we are, where we come from, and where we are going as a people on this journey in this Black and African historical experience. With this being said, everyone, I do welcome my fellow African curator, Adrienne Lebo, who will be adding some interesting information as well.
Thank you very much, Akindele. Thank you very much. So, on our Kushe Oman, Kushe Fambule, far and near, as Akindele said, we have done our best to bring together people who will tell the story of the Maroons in perspectives that we will enjoy and connect. But I would like to remind everybody that this inspiration for this journey, while it's partly the African Curator team, along the way, we met another inspiring figure who noticed the importance of what we're doing and asked us to be part of the 230th year celebration. And that's no other than the mayor of Freetown. And I believe the words she shared when we had the commemoration for the Nova Scotians and the Black Poor is the same message she would like to carry across in this celebration for the Maroons. Unfortunately, she always does her live keynotes in the middle of this symposium, but the current, to mark this historic event, she's unable to do it, but her recordings from the previous still stands and carries the inspiration and the hopes she has for such a historic connections that we've been making. So with no further ado, let's hear from the mayor of Freetown, Her Lordship, Yvonne Aki-Sawyerr.
As we celebrate we recognize the anniversary of the arrival of the Black Poor in Freetown, I'm a part of this one journey. And let me just step back for a second and say that one of the things that I've been really, really fascinated by has been the extent to which different parts, different stories have connected, converged, diverged over the course of generations. And I want to say again that this exercise, Adrian, Ishmael, everybody else involved in pulling this together, I want to say again how important it is, this work that you're doing, how important it is that you're making sure the story gets joined up and that we all have a richer understanding and appreciation of our background. And as many of you on this call would know, in March this year, we actually celebrated 230 years of Freetown. And through those discussions, the symposiums, the conversations on social media, one question that came up many, many times was, why are you celebrating Freetown at 2:30 on the 11th of March, recognizing 1792? What about 1787? And I guess this is how, this is how we get an appreciation of the different layers and levels, and the fact that history really, it's really how you tell collections of stories. For us, the commemoration, the celebration, the remembrance of the 15th of May, 1787 is a very important part of the story of Sierra Leone and the story of Freetown. But what we chose to do in recognizing 1792 and linking it with Freetown at 2:30 was to appreciate the evolution and recognize that on the 15th of May, 1787, what we saw was the arrival of the Black Poor, about which so much has been said already, into a settlement which was Granville Town. There was an opportunity for what had begun with the concept, the hope of self-governance in 1787, for that to be reinforced and for that to be effectively a new beginning with the name Freetown. And we were so pleased, as Adrian has said in his introduction, to have the opportunity to celebrate as you are celebrating, to acknowledge those who were there before, not just the Black poor whose numbers were very small by that stage, but obviously also the communities which had lived on the land before the arrival of the settlers. So in our celebrations in March, we amplified unity in diversity by in practical ways, bringing all the tribes, all the 17 tribes of the country, because everyone is in Freetown, as well as the settlers. And we had opportunities to discuss, we had opportunities to parade in our cultural, to demonstrate and display our cultural diversity, from our clothes to our music to our dancing, and to really do what I hope is an outcome of even this One Journey Symposium. That is to reinforce that our stories may differ along the lines and over the years, but we have fundamental elements which link us together and join us together. And it's important that we celebrate those. It's important that we appreciate that with unity in our diversity, we can do more for the next generation of us all, no matter where we are on the globe. Those of us of African descent who have found ourselves in America, in the West Indies, in the Caribbean, on the African continent, as a people, listening again, just stories of discrimination. The very, very moving story just now from the last speaker about seeing the land documents effectively changed in order to ensure that that person, that woman of African descent, was deprived of her own rights, her own assets. This continues, has been a theme, a story for centuries now. And it's so important that in conversations and in fora like these, we're able to say, it's been one journey, and it's important that we join hands together, celebrate our diversity, but be unified in ensuring that the next steps in this journey are steps which elevate and support and enable us as a people to grow. Thank you.